Okay, doing a quick video on the M32, the baby M32, just showing you how to take full advantage of the technology, take full advantage of the in and out sockets that you have available. Alright, so first things first, input routing is all user in. AS50A is 1 through 8, 9 through 16 as normal. Go to the inputs first. So it's all the snake all the way, DL32 all the way until 27 and 28, which are going to be local in 1 and 2. That's going to be for ambience mics. And then card returns 21 through 32. First 4 are main vocal mics, and then like some wired handhelds plus the MD mic. Bass, acoustic, stereo tracks, stereo guitar, stereo keys. Second page, drums, then the click track. Then we have 3 kind of auxiliary XLRs. Here's those ambience mics I was telling you about. And again, those are coming in local from the console. And then those card returns are card returns for pitch correction for the main vocals. For the outputs, again, let's pretend we have a DL32 connected. We have a total of 4 stereo wireless ears, plus 2 mono wireless and 2 mono wired. We have a post fader bus for front fills, and so you'll see in a second how I have that front fill kind of biased. And then we have the main MC, which is subwoofer, and then the left and the right. Again, 4 stereo, 2 mono wireless, 2 mono wired. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in-ears off of this directly. Here's that post fader bus for the front fills, and I can show you kind of what that looks like. You'll notice all the vocals are at unity. The band is pulled down to -5, and the drums are pulled down to -10, and then vocals back up at unity. So it's post fader, and it's just biased a little bit because if you're in the front, very front, you're probably going to be able to hear the band naturally through the band's just acoustic volume. So I biased the front fill bus so that it is has the vocals a bit hotter. And then we have 3 effects to play with. How I have the console's physical outputs, XLR outputs set up is the second half of those. So if I needed to run just the console directly, I could run a drive line from front of house. So like buses 9 and 10 plus 11 and 12 could be used as like a stage wedge because they're mono. And then I have the front fill, subwoofer, and the left and right local to the console. So that's 16 outputs. If I needed to have more outputs, like say for broadcast or something, what a lot of people forget about is the aux outputs. And so I have those set to a post fader matrix. And that's just basically getting left and right plus the subwoofer. And I also have direct out for the 2 ambience mics on 3 and 4. So if I'm sending to a broadcast desk that has multiple inputs, multiple stereo inputs, I could send the ambience mics to them as well. That way they can blend the ambience mics there. So that gives me broadcast basically for free. And so that's 16 outputs at the DL32 plus 6 outputs that are built into the console that are completely independent. We also go to the P16s. So of course we have direct outs for the main 4 vocal mics. Direct outs for a guitar acoustic, just the left side of the track, just the left side of the guitar, and just the left side of the keyboard. Kick, snare, hat, ride. Those will pick up the majority of the kit. And then we have of course the click track, and then stereo ambience mics. So that way they don't have to have like these MC mics or anything else like that. They'll be able to hear a lot just from that ambience mic. Assignable panel, I have it sent first to send you to the left side and right side of one of the de-essers, which is on red and yellow, and then 3 and 4, either one sends you to blue and green, second channel of those. Tap tempo for the echo, and then mute groups for the effects returns. Last thing, the console doesn't have traditional dedicated soft keys for mute groups. You can assign mute groups here, but a clever way of doing it is just assigning everything to like an everything DCA. And when you do that, with the console being set to, if I'm correct, mute system DCA groups. When you mute the DCA, it'll act like a traditional mute group. And so that's why you're seeing all my inputs flashing, because it's telling me they're hot muted at the mute group. So I hope that gives you some ideas on how to use this technology in kind of clever ways, just taking advantage of the I/O count available, taking advantage of the matrices and the auxiliary outputs. You can pack a lot into this. I have packed 32 channels, plus being some extra, I have 3 auxes, auxiliary XLRs that I could use for what the heck ever. I also have card inputs and stereo ambience. Plus 8 ears, 4 of which are stereo, with the addition of being able to use P16s as well. But also a front fill and 3 effects. So this console can do a lot. Yeah, that's my setup for the M32R.